Beijing, China's capital and its cultural nerve center, a modern metropolis with traditional roots. And now it becomes the first city in the world to host both Summer and Winter Olympics. After 14 years, the biggest sporting extravaganza returns to Beijing. Thousands of athletes from around the globe will compete in over 100 events at 3 zones. Cheered on by over 1.4 billion Chinese citizens and millions abroad. CGTN will bring you a ringside view of the historic event. 2022 Beijing Olympics, the games that matter on CGTN. See the difference.
Winter Game Express. As you can see, we're literally live streaming on the high-speed railway that incorporated with a 5G studio. So we are really live streaming in the moving train.
Exactly.
And this train actually connects Beijing with Zhangjiakou, the co-host city of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. As you can see, we are still, the signal transfer is still very smooth. This is actually one of the first 5G studio on the moving train. And today, I'm more than happy to welcome several guests joining us on board. We have my colleague Liang Si and Nick.
Hello everyone, this is Liang Si. I'm so happy to see you guys here, and I always want to visit this bullet train. And so thanks for your invitation, Xiaxian, again, and nice to meet you, Nick.
Nice to meet you too. Hello everyone, my name is Nick. I'm from Russia, currently a Tsinghua University student studying international relations. So happy to see you again today.
Yeah, yesterday was really a fruitful day. Because yesterday was the first day of medal at the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics. So the first gold medal actually goes to Norwegian athletes at the women's 15-kilometer skiathlon under the discipline of cross-country ski. And we also have other gold medals at the biathlon and mixed relay. The gold medal goes to Norwegian athletes too. And in speed skating, women's 3 kilometers, our Holland athletes actually won the gold medal. And in freestyle skiing, men's moguls, our Sweden athletes claimed the first place. And in ski jumping, women's normal hill individual, we have Slovenia athletes claimed the first place. But yesterday we had another super excited event, actually received a lot of attention, especially from China. That is short track speed skating. Yeah, because Team China won its first gold medal in this event. Yay!
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Congratulations.
So, to speaking more of this event, we have more special guests joining us online. First, we have our reporter, my colleague Li Zhao. She's now at the National Ski Center, also known as the, silk ribbon? Ice ribbon, sorry.
Right.
So, hi, Li Zhao.
Hi, so right now I'm inside the closed loop of the Winter Olympics 2022. So this is actually the first time I'm inside a bubble. This is new to everyone, right? So essentially you can get everything from here. You have the hotel room, you have restaurant. It's that you can't leave this bubble. So it's creating this kind of bubble really to make sure that everyone is safe and to make sure everyone is, enjoying their Olympics while maintaining a really healthy life. So about the big win yesterday, yes, China scored really big yesterday. So China won its first medal here at the 2022 Beijing Olympics. And I was lucky enough to be at the site. Right now, I'm also at the national speed skating oval, also known as the ice ribbon. Very excitedly, although the short track speed skating wasn't really taking place here. But then we're going to have another special guest join us and to really comment on the games yesterday. Join me live is actually a world champion world champion short track speed skating. Her name is 孔雪。孔老师，非常感谢您加入我们的直播。首先跟您大家打个招呼。
Hello， 大家好。
say hello to our viewers.
好
Hello everyone,
首
good
先邀请
morning.
彭老师给我们点评一下中国队昨天的
First
整
of
体
all,
表现。
Madam Kong, could you please comment
其
on
实我觉
yesterday
得
the
昨
China
天首先
team's
我们真的
performance?
是非常非常
First
棒。
of all,
然后
yesterday
谷大靖、许真宇、
The
范可
China
清、
team
张
was
雨
awesome.
婷，
谷大靖、
然
范
后
可
还有
清、张
任子
雨
薇，
婷
他们5个
and
我觉得是
任子
真的是
薇
顶住了压
won
力，
the
然后
event.
最后
They were under
夺得
huge
了金
pressure,
牌。
but in
虽然
the
在这
final
个夺得金
analysis,
牌的
they
过程
won the
当
gold
中呢，
medal.
出现了
I
很
know
多
that
的一
in
些
this
障碍吧，
process,
但是最后
there
他
have
们
been some
在决
obstacles
赛
to
的
them,
4个
but
人不负
they
众望，最
conquered
后
the
第一个冲
obstacles
过了
by
终点
working
线。
together as a team of 4.
其实您也提到了，其实我们不是非常顺利
You
的到达
mentioned
了
that
这个金牌的位置。其实，在半决
this
赛的
gold
时
medal
候，
doesn't
是
come
俄罗斯
easily
俄
until
罗
the
斯是
final.
第4名，然后美国其实是第2名，但他
Russia
们
team
是被
was
取消
number
了成
4
绩。
and
您能
US
给
was
我们
number
以及观
2,
众朋友们解释一下，为什么
but
他们会被取消成绩
their
吗？
results were
对，
cancelled.
是
So
这样，
why
因
was
为就
that?
是昨天观看比赛的观众朋友可能会觉得，哎，在半
Yesterday,
决赛的时候，
if you saw the
场上
games,
会很
you
混
will
乱，
realize
可
that in the
能一会儿我们的
semifinals,
中国队在第1
it
位，然
was
后一会儿
disordered.
可能又落到第3位，然后又超越
At
到第
some
2位，
time,
就是
China
大
team
家
was
这种
number
来
1
回
and then
变
number
换位
3,
置。然后当
and
判
the
罚
different
判到
national
俄罗
teams
斯
take
和美国的
turns
时候，是因为
in
他们
chasing
2
after
个
each other.
在
But
不
finally,
同
when
的
it
地
comes
点
to
有
US
阻
and
挡的
Russia,
这种
those two teams
动作。就是大家可能
have
看到
some
像
blocking
张雨
movements
婷在
at
追任
different
子薇这个过程中，
points.
就
For
是有一个
example,
阻挡，然后
there were some
到
blocking points.
因
Wang
为他
Yuting
们
and
的
Zhi Wei
里面的运
were
动员在
chasing
那个
after
时
each
期是
other.
不应该
And
出现在正常运动员
the
滑跑的跑道上的。
athlete in the
所
inner
以就
circle
出现了
shouldn't
这个阻
appear
挡，可能导致
in
我
such a
们中国
track
队当时
when
会
the
受到了
others
一些
are
影响。
competing.
所以最
So
后
the
裁
China
判也是在
team
反复的
was
去观
facing
看
some
比赛的
obstacles
回
because
放，
of those
然后
blocking
对
points.
他们进行
And
了判
then
罚。
the
那
referees
其实比赛
look
结
at
束
the
之后，谷大
playbacks
靖
and
接受央视
decided
采
on
访的
the
时候
cancelling
也
of the
非常
results.
激动哈，他
So
哭着说，
we were very
他4年
excited
已经经历
when
了
we were
非常多。
interviewing
您能大概跟我
the
们说一下
team
中国
and
短道速滑队这4
could you
年来
please
都
share
经历
with
了
us
哪些
about the
可以说挑
experience
战
of
吧？
China's
对，
short
是这样，
track
就
speed
是我觉
skating
得
team in
当
the
时我
past
们
4
在暑
years?
假
What are
都
the
看了
challenges they
后都
met?
是热泪盈眶的，就像
Yes,
说，
indeed.
无论是
When we
王莽
were
王姐，还是
watching the
说，
games,
我们的
Wang
另一
Meng,
位解说员李
Meng
佳柔，
Jie
当时都是眼含
and
热泪的。
李佳
然后
柔
包括我们一些
they
运动员
were
都是这样，因为这
having
4
tears
年
in
可
their
能说
eyes
真的，吴大靖
because
从平
in
常
the
的
past 4
一军崛
years,
起，然后到这4年的
Wu
坚持这个过
Dajing
程中，确实
appeared
首
in
先
Pyeongchang
他从他
Games
的
and in
年
the
龄上
past
不
4
断的
years,
增长，
ever
然
since
后他的体能
Pyeongchang,
可能相
with
对会有一些
the
下
years
降，
going
但
by,
是他还
he
是
may
以
suffer
领军为
from
荣，他要以
some
老带新去带这些新的
physical
队员，然后走
stress,
向更好。
but
然
Wu
后在这
still
个过
has
程中，他的
to
伤
take
病
the
会
lead
困
of
扰
the
他，
other
然后
young
还有说在
athletes.
这4
And
年当中的疫
sometimes
情
the
爆发，
injuries and
他们就
diseases
很少
is
会
troubling.
去
So in the past
国际这种
years,
大赛。所以他们只能说关起门
they
来，我
have
们埋头苦干。
very
然后
seldom
真的大家
opportunities
不
of
知
the
道说
big
这4年之
international
后的结
games,
果是怎么
so
样，
lack
所以
of
就
practices.
一直顶
No
着一
one
些
knows
压
the
力，然后
result
一
of
些，
the
因
Beijing
为毕竟在咱们
2022
自己的
games
家门口，
after
而且还
such
是
a
说中国
troubling
队的首
time.
进。所
After
以
all,
当
they
他
suffer
们
from
真
their
的
own
拿到以
personal
后，就是这
troubles,
种可能
and
长出一
yesterday
口
they
气，
won the
如释
first
负重。
gold
我也
medal
相
for
信说
China
在接下
team.
来
It
可
was
能
quite a relief
借
for
着这
all
个
the
手
team
劲的这个力
members.
量，他们
And
会
I
越来
do
越好。
believe that by
好
grasping
的
this，
谢谢老
opportunity,
师。那
China
我们
team
想
will
问，
have
这个
more
混
good
合
performance.
团体赛其实是
Thank
第
you,
一
Madam
次，
Kong.
也就是
For
说这
such
届
a
奥运
team
会本届2020
competition,
年北京冬奥会第一次
this is
开
the
拓的项目。
first
您能
对
简单给我们介绍一下这个项目
item
需要运动员
for
的什么能
Beijing
力吗？
2022 games,
像
and what
短道速滑，
qualities
它
are
其实
required
是一
for
个
athletes in
半
such a
集体
team
项目，因为它有
competition?
个人项
For
目，
short
也有
track
集体
speed
项目，就
skating,
是集
it
体项
involves individual events and group events. So in this event, they must be able to relay perfectly because it requires team spirit. People must compete in harmony. And since the relay distance is very short, the athletes must be able to have explosive energy and have sustainable strength under such heavy pressure. Their heart rate may be 180 to 200. That's quite stressful. So in this process, they must have physical strength and a clear mind because they have to prevent the others to surpass them, and they're always chasing after those in front of them. That's very pressurizing. Thank you, Madam Kong.
That's our explanation of the performance of Team China yesterday. Now back to you, Xiaoqian.
Yes, Li Zhao, you said you were on site yesterday at the event. So, how was all the situation? How was the atmosphere there?
Oh, the atmosphere was great. You know, a lot of people really cheering for them. We saw teams actually, although because of COVID this year, you know, international audiences won't be able to reach here in China. But we did see a lot of athletes from all across the world really coming to the stadium and watch athletes from their own country and cheering for them, right? There are a lot of people waving their flags. There are also, you know, coaches really shouting loud for their own athletes. So the atmosphere was great, you know, especially here in China because we have so many people here rooting for our athletes. And it was great. It was definitely great. That was also my first time watching games watching, you know, short track speed skating games on site. It was so exciting. You should definitely come see it once you get a chance.
Yeah, we all wish we could be there. So being a reporter, you know, reporting this event on site and really witnessing the first gold medal of Team China, what's your feeling?
You know, as a Chinese, I'm so proud that we're finally gaining the gold medal. Especially, you know, because 2 days ago, that was the opening ceremony of the 2022 Beijing Olympics. And a lot of people wonder, when will China get its first gold medal? But yesterday we did it, and a lot of people really standing up and shouting for Team China. So it was definitely a very impressive moment for me and I guess the whole audience and to the world at large.
Great.
You know, Xiaoxian, one thing I really want to mention that China actually has in total 13 gold medals in all Winter Olympics, and 10 of them was actually from short track speed skating. So you know how strong China it is in that program.
Exactly, and that's why it receives so many attention and expectation from China and Chinese audience. So Li Zhao, what are you up to now? You know, what do you what kind of events will you be looking for today, and what kinds of plan will you have today or in the coming days?
So this afternoon, we're going for an ice hockey game. That's China to Japan, which is also very excited as well. It's going to be my first on-site watching ice hockey for the first time. I'm super excited. I love very excited and very fast speed sports, just like short track speed skating. So yeah, a lot to watch out for. And also for tomorrow, we are looking for more figure skating events, which is my favorite. It's very artistic. And some of my favorite athletes were on site as well. So definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, so I heard you also like had exclusive interview with some figure skaters. So why don't you tell us about that?
I won't say too much because today is really about short track speed skating. But yes, I did talk to some of the famous, you know, figure skaters. That would include the Russians. Her name is Anna Sherbakova. She's one of the best figure skaters of all time. A lot of people are saying that Russia is going to sweep the women's single figure skating event this time. So definitely a lot to look out for. Some of the other athletes I've been in contact to, including Sasha Trusova and also Kamila. What's her last name? Sorry, I forgot. I don't speak Russian. I should probably work on that. And also for short track speed skating, CGTN has already talked to Oriana Fontana, who is an amazing athlete, also at yesterday's event. So if you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out.
Yeah, definitely go
check it out. We're going to have more exciting news coming up in the upcoming days. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned and take care, Li Zhao. Please enjoy your stay at the Olympic Village.
Thank you so much. The weather is a bit cold. I'm so jealous you guys are on the train.
But we're also so jealous that you can be in the village and, you know, in contact with all those wonderful athletes. But take care. Good luck to all your work and reporting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Li Zhao. Bye. Bye.
Hi.
So that's really a very professional perspective to look at the games last night. But have you guys watched the game?
Of course.
Oh, definitely. I watched it the whole day, actually.
Yes. Because this mixed team relay was actually one of the 4 new added mixed team competitions debuting in this year's Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. So I was also very wondering that this kind of event combines female and male athletes in one event, and that kind of, make me forget actually the gender, we are focusing more on their skills. So what do you think when you watched the games last night? Do you feel like this kind of event, this kind of new event actually could enhance the gender equality in some way?
Okay, actually, last night was my first time to watch those kind of sports activities. I mean, I'm totally empty on the sports, but yesterday's games was really amazing. I couldn't stop. I mean, I don't want to miss even 1 second. I've watched it from the beginning to the end, and I really feel the charm of the skating. I think it's amazing. I mean, I've tried skating before, but this speed skating, short track speed skating, is really breathtaking sports. And in case of the gender equality, before we talking about the short track, I would like to share a data that I learned from the International Olympic Committee that Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics actually will also be the most gender balanced Olympic Winter Games to date, with women expected to account for around 45% of the whole amount of the athletes.
Yeah,
that's amazing, isn't it? And also, for the short track speed skating, the mixed team relay, I'm sure is amazing, and I think it just provides more opportunities for the female athletes to cooperate with the male athletes, and also you can see a perfect cooperation between them, and this is amazing.
Exactly. I'm actually quite new to this sport, to be honest. I didn't quite understand what was happening in the beginning, but after that I checked about it, and it turned out to be it's a new kind of sport, right?
Yeah.
Combined with the women and men. So yeah. And I'm really happy for the Team China that you guys got the gold. I also feel a bit sad for Russia because we were disqualified in the semifinals.
Okay.
So yeah, but it was really good game. It was really intense and it was really fun to watch. And you never know, every second changes. Sometimes it's the China number one. Sometimes it becomes the Hungary and then back China. So it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, even to the last minutes, you still find there are so many chances will happen. You are afraid about, keep in the lead, please.
Yeah, exactly. When I watched Italy, it was almost like caught up, right?
Yeah, almost. And I was like shouting out in front of my TV because I feel like if I shouting loud enough, maybe can give them more energy from this side. I don't know why. I don't know where it's come from, but at that moment, I was put myself in this program as well.
For sure.
The Italian athletes was also so great. They were only like 0.01 second slower, slightly slower than Team China.
I guess that's competition.
But I guess that's the charm of this sport, you know. Sometimes a very slight difference really make a huge difference at the end. So I was wondering, have you guys actually tried skating? Not short track speed skating because that's really a dangerous sport,
that's
but
really high
have you ever skating in general?
Have you tried it?
Yeah, of course I tried. The first that I tried, I was in Sheffield, I think. It's like 6 years ago. That was my first time to try the ice skating. And to be honest, I think maybe I just don't have that gene in my, I just don't have that thing. That's not my thing. I tried very hard, but it turns out I make my fellows fall down on the ground. Sorry.
What about you, Nick?
I actually started really early because in Russia, basically, skating is a national sport, skating and skiing. So I think I started at 5 or 6 years old, and I almost went professional at skating. Yeah.
But what stopped you?
Well, my education.
Education.
Yeah.
So I was actually want to because you've been to the Capitol Indoor Stadium.
Yes, I visited.
Like for a very brief, visit. But actually, the Capitol Indoor Stadium is the venue for the short track speed skating this year. So I was wondering, how's your feelings when visiting this?
It was kind of interesting because from outside the building looked really old and kind of like old-fashioned, but when I came inside it's actually brand new and everything is like really high-tech. I was really surprised because the ice was very good, everything looked very new and looked really cool actually. But I never knew because like from outside it was just like an old building to me, but who knew?
Yeah, it's actually quite a historical building, but it has been renovated inside to, accommodate those games, winter games. But you've seen the inside. It's very high tech, right?
Yeah. They had all the new equipment and everything is so professional, well done. So I'm really, really happy for China that has so many amazing stadiums and places for the athletes.
Well, and actually, Capital Indoor Stadium is not only for short track speed skating, but also figure skating. So it has a capability to convert the ice in less than 2 hours to accommodate different needs, different requirements of the ice for the different two games. So it's quite amazing how it can do that, right? So right now, I actually want to give you a little challenge.
What's the challenge?
About skating.
Skating on the bowling train?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, actually I want to ask, the first question is, so speed skating and short track speed skating are two different disciplines at the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, but do you know actually the difference between these two disciplines?
I think I got this one.
Okay.
Although yesterday was my first day to watch this kind of sports competition, but I actually did some homework from the reporters. I actually listened a lot, and I know there are about 3 major differences between the short track speed skating and the speed skating. Oh my god. Let's just call it the short track. And the short track one, first one is the equipment. You can see the short track actually needs more high demands on their suit, on the skating suit. They need to be, actually the short track is very dangerous. It's more dangerous than the normal one, so the speed skating. So actually they need more tougher outside the surface. How can I say, to prevent, in case of the hurts from the sports. And so actually for the Chinese athletes suit, they got like a 316 degrees protection for the athletes from the being cutting or being slicing, because they got these blades. Yes, they got the blades. The blades is very sharp.
And they have an angle, right?
Yeah. The angle, I don't know this part actually.
Well, I know that there's a specific angle for them, because when they actually like skate and they have to like do this angle so that you won't fly away because of the high speed.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. And also they got the different amount of people to play, and for the short track they got like 4 every time if it's for men or women, and if it's for the speed skating, it's like 2 people, and they don't need to care about each other's. They just need to fight with the time, and that's what I know about the difference.
And this difference you just mentioned actually, makes the feelings you watch the game quite different, because speed skating is almost about athletes competing with themselves. They have to pushing them into their own limits, but short track really about competing each other. They require a lot of strategy. They require courage, and also the skills that you put to compete each other, but also remain your fastest speed. So what about you? What's your feeling when you watch the different games, especially between short track, speed skating, and also your favorite figure skating?
Oh yeah, so actually I know a little about short track because I know that Russia used to be really good at it. In 2014 in Sochi Winter Olympics, we had an athlete called Victor An, who now is actually the coach of Team China, who got the gold medal yesterday, and he got 3 gold medals in Sochi. So it's really amazing. I'm happy that China got them a gold medal yesterday. And Russia actually got 2 medals as well yesterday, 1 silver and 1 bronze. So I'm really looking forward what we're gonna have today and the days after.
Cool. So we got some comments online from our, audiences overseas, and you said this one, this audience from YouTube said during the train, that's definitely not a train. So just to be clarified, we really in the train, but now it stopped somewhere in the middle, but we can feel the speed, we can feel the trains, moving around.
Yeah, you can just stay tuned with us, then you can see when the train get into the tunnel and out of the tunnel, and it's all different. And also you can notice that the scenes out of the window is so beautiful.
And then changing all the way.
Yeah,
so
changing all the way.
Yeah, definitely not a LED.
Yeah.
And Nick has been on this train on board for like several times.
Yeah, exactly.
We have other comments there. They also say good, keep up the good work, good job, amazing stream, doing great, relax.
Seems like the Netherlands are really interested in the train. Yeah,
they're so curious about all those, the studio, the mobile studio room, and set up in this carriage. So for those of you who just joined this live streaming, we are actually literally live streaming on the high-speed train that connecting Zhangjiakou and Beijing, the 2 host cities of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. And this is a 5G studio incorporated inside the carriage of the high-speed train. So we are actually doing this Winter Games Express every day during the Winter Olympic Games, and we will bring you the latest on the winter sports and the Winter Olympics every day. So, although we are stopped in the middle of nowhere, but the short track speed skating discussion will never stop. So, actually, I want to challenge you another question. Yes.
Go on.
And I want to challenge you with your knowledge about all those famous athletes in the short track speed skating. So how many athletes can you name right now in this short track speed skating?
Oh God.
Ooh.
Female.
Female?
Female.
No, just
or male.
famous.
Famous. Okay.
For the short track?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, that's you.
Well.
Yeah, we all know, right? We all know, very well know. And Ren Ziwei, and yesterday he did very good in the competition.
Indeed.
Yeah, in the competition.
A young aspiring athlete.
And Wu Dajing. Okay, name female one is Zhang Yuting. And oh my God, I just stuck. I got stuck with the train together.
So why don't I give you some hints by using this video? The video actually was the former world champion of short track speed skating, and she somehow talks about her story with her coach.
我记得大概应该是13岁的时候。
I started to train with Mr. Kim Sun-tae when I was 13 years old. We were quite curious about him at first because we knew that South Korea was really good at short-track speed skating. I remember my first impression of him was that he was very quiet. He said he came to pick the best skater to train with him. So I tried to do my best when he came to watch our training session. And finally, I was chosen by him.
那个时候吧，就觉得突然一下子就觉得训练量很多。
He trained us hard. I remember after the first training session with him, I had to walk backwards when I went down the stairs because my legs were so sore. But he was also very nice to us. Sometimes I didn't catch up with the massage team in time. He would pay himself for my massage, and he even invited an English teacher to teach me. I remember when I was chosen by the national team in 2006, the night I left Changchun and got on the train to Beijing. Before that, he gave me a handwritten letter in Chinese. I burst into tears when I read that letter on the train. He said, "You have suffered a lot during my training and shed a lot of tears." He even wrote a Chinese adage, "You've got to suffer a little to be successful." I've always kept that letter in my wallet. It has encouraged me a lot and accompanied me in every competition. He is a coach with quite rich experiences. I believe he has always been a very serious person no matter which team he is serving. I hope our skaters can get benefit from his coaching. Actually, if there are some words I would like to say to him, that is, take care and have a happy life.
That's a really touching and moving interview. Actually, this Korean coach also showed up yesterday at the games. You remember that Korean man?
Yes.
Beside,
the same one.
Yeah, he's really a good coach and has a good interaction with all those athletes from Team China.
Yeah, it's always really good to know the stories behind the scenes. Like yesterday, we only see maybe few footage of this coach, but today we know more about through this interview. That's really nice. And sometimes I always say that there is something more important than the medals is the friendship between the athletes, also between the athletes with the coaches.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. What do you know about the coach?
Well, I know that Team China's coach are Korean, and it's a really famous champion, just as I said, from Sochi, and so yeah, I know that Korea has always been really good at this sport, so no wonder that they have good coaches.
Yes, exactly, and no wonder they could, provide such a good performances to all, like in the last night. But looking forward, looking ahead, we also have more exciting, more wonderful games and events in the next few days. So now we'll give you a little hint about it. So the remaining events of short track speed skating will take place from February 5th, which is yesterday, to 16th. So on February 7th, there will be men's 1 kilometers and women's 500 meters. And on 9th, the men's 100 meter will take place and will feature Ren Ziwei, which was also a star last night. So we can look forward to his performances. And on 13th, there's men's 500 meter featuring Wu Dajing, one of the most famous athletes, one former short track speed skater in China. And on 16th, there will be 2 final events too. So stay tuned. Let's just look forward to all those athletes' wonderful performances in the next few days. So thanks for joining us today. Thanks for all your having here. And stay tuned to Winter Games Express, and we'll bring you more about the latest on the daily Winter Olympics.
Enjoy the games.
On February the 6th, there will be 7 gold medals up for grabs. A women's snowboard slopestyle final and alpine skiing men's downhill will take place at Genting Snow Park at Yanqing National Alpine Skiing Center in the morning. And 31-year-old Jamie Anderson of the United States will be making her 3rd Olympic appearance, aiming to secure her 3rd consecutive gold medal in women's snowboard slopestyle. And starting at 3 p.m. local time, Beijing time, men's skiathlon will begin at Zhangjiakou National Cross Country Skiing Center. The competition of men's 5,000 meters speed skating will start at 16:30, while men's ski jumping individual normal hill final, women's moguls final, and men's luge singles are scheduled to kick off in the evening.